Hey guys, welcome to Unpacked, and today, life's good with the G-Pad.
This video is brought to you by the world's first 2.5-inch dual drive. The Western Digital Black Square Dual Drive is available now at NCIX.
Alright guys, this is the LG G-Pad 8.3. 8.3 meaning that the screen size is 8.3 inches in size. Also, it's a 1920 by 1200 full high definition IPS screen. So that's pretty awesome. So let's check out what else is inside the box before we take a closer look at the G-Pad. Alright, so we got a piece of cardboard, a travel adapter, and a micro USB cable, and a quick start guide. That's pretty much it, not much else. Let's move on to the G-Pad. Alright, so first impressions on the LG G-Pad. First off, you'll notice the screen. The bezels on the sides are a lot smaller to say something like the Nexus 7, which I have handy. You'll notice that the screen bezels on both sides on the Nexus 7 are slightly bigger. Speaking of slightly bigger, the Nexus 7 is coming in at a thickness of 8.6 millimeters, whereas the LG 8.3 is actually also 8.3 millimeters thick. Looking over the actual physical outline of the LG G-Pad, we have a front-facing camera, 1.3 megapixels. On the back, there's a 5 megapixel camera, along with a brushed black aluminum finish on the back. Also, we have 2 speaker ports. Along the top, we have a headphone jack and micro SD expansion. Gotta love LG for that. On the left-hand side, we have a power and volume rocker buttons. And finally, on the bottom, we have a micro USB charging port. Going back to the micro SD expansion, the LG G-Pad does support up to 64 gigs of micro SD storage, so thank you very much. Whereas the Nexus 7, not to rag on it, doesn't have any sort of expandable storage, so thank you LG. Speaking of storage, usually I'm a big music lover, so I'll cram as much music into a device as possible. So obviously I'm either listening to it through headphones or on the built-in speakers. Now LG has implemented something where I think is totally genius. If I'm holding the Nexus 7 like this, I'm not blocking any of its speakers that are located here and here. But if I'm holding it in landscape, no matter how I hold it, to get a good viewing angle and the most immersive sound experience, that's not gonna happen because I end up blocking the sound most of the time. So usually I actually have to have the headphone jack plugged in and have headphones on, which can be a bummer. But with the LG G-Pad, we have the speakers located on the bottom ridge here. So even if I'm holding it in landscape or in portrait, there's no way I'm actually blocking it. Because if you notice here, my hands are placed right in the middle of the pad for the portrait mode. Speakers are here and here. And if I rotate to the landscape while watching a video or whatever, what have you, I'm still not blocking the speakers. So thank you LG for that. So moving on to the sort of internals and the performance of the G-Pad, it offers a 1.7 gigahertz quad-core Snapdragon 600 CPU. So using the tablet is actually pretty snappy. So you can scroll, access the home button, access the apps. It's really snappy. It's got 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of internal storage if you're not opting to expand it anyways. It's also got dual band Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.0. The one downside, it is still Android 4.2.2, so it's still Jelly Bean. That's pretty much it. I mean, that's all I can really say without digging any further into the G-Pad. And for those of you who were mad at me for not peeling off the Nexus 5 screen protector, there, I took it off. It's nice and shiny now. Thanks for checking out the video, guys, on the LG G-Pad 8.3. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll see you later.